What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT, and this episode is going to be my pickups from San Diego Comic-Con. Don't typically do a pickup video, but I got so much stuff, and a lot of it's actually not junk, that I figured let's do a video and show you what I got this year from San Diego Comic-Con 2019, and focus on some of the standout items, and most of it, if not all of it, was free. I'm gonna go through this in no particular order because I just have a gigantic bag full of stuff, and if I was trying to organize it, it wouldn't make much sense to do so. First off, we got an official Nintendo Switch cap of Super Smash Brothers, and my son actually won this by going on stage and playing Mario Maker 2 in front of the crowd at the Nintendo Lounge, and made his day. He was freaking out. The next thing is another hat. This one is from attending Hall H, the Marvel Studios panel for the Black Widow. When they announced that, they gave hats out to everybody in the audience, and everyone went pretty crazy when they announced Angelina Jolie is going to be starring in one of their upcoming movies called The Eternals. I'm a big fan of her work, so I'll be looking forward to that one. Next up from the Nintendo Lounge, we got a couple of posters, Dragon Quest Builders 2, and two different styles. They are double-sided, so it's actually the same poster, but I just got two of them because I wanted both of the actual images. And yeah, it's pretty badass. Next up for posters, this one is actually really cool. This was signed by the lead artist of Street Fighter V. His name is Keychain, and I got a picture with him as well. I'll show that on the screen. Very cool guy, and it was free just going up to the Capcom booth and having the designer artist, lead designer artist of Street Fighter the series, signing a poster and chatting with him about it was kind of surreal. Next up, we got a Ninjago poster. They were giving away a lot of posters. I didn't take all the posters I could have because I don't really have the room to put them up, but there were some pretty cool posters available. I went to the Pinball Lounge and got these flyers for all these upcoming pinball games, and the one that stood out to me the most was the Star Wars one and Guardians of the Galaxy, this one here. Got an email about the Star Wars one. It's going to be, I believe, $4,499 to buy the Stern Pinball Star Wars machine. If I had infinite money, I would have one of those in my house. And they also gave away a package of stickers. Here's what they look like individually when you open them up. They're very unique, cool designs. I could see these being on like skateboards or even like books at school and stuff. Another thing I got from the Nintendo Lounge, my daughter actually got this. It's a Super Smash Brothers / Splatoon 2 lanyard from Nintendo. Even has their logo right there. It's a very high quality one. Nintendo does not go cheap on their giveaway items. That is a lanyard that I would actually use in the future. Next up, we got a official Nintendo branded Nintendo Switch screen cleaner wipe, which is pretty cool. Oversized, but very nice and unique. Next up from the Nintendo Lounge, we got this from one of the Switch crane games called Netcatcher Netch. And I'll be doing a video focusing on that because it's a very unique game that had very long lines at the Nintendo Lounge that I'd never heard of before going into that. It was extremely popular there, and you could win real prizes from it, so that was pretty neat. My daughter loves this thing. And while playing with the Hot Wheels set in the Nintendo Lounge, my kids were absolutely loving it. One of the employees walked over and said, here, your daughter is dressed as Princess Peach, so she can have this one, and your son is dressed as Mario, so he can have this one. And my kids had them and were blown away. The die-cast metal, they have a good heavy weight to them, high quality design, really intricate, and honestly, I'll be buying these sets at Target because my kids were loving playing with them at Comic-Con. Another thing from the Nintendo Lounge that was given to us for participating on stage another one of the days, the skins of Super Mario Maker 2 for the Nintendo Switch. Already put them on the controller and they look epic. So there you go, the Super Mario Maker 2 skins official on the Nintendo Switch. And this is what they look like when you pull them out separately. So pretty badass for this thing. And one of the more exciting items that I got. If you can't already tell, Nintendo went all out at Comic-Con. They had amazing service, amazing people, wanted to make sure people were having the time of their life, interacting with the actual Nintendo characters, Mario, Luigi, Pikachu, just to name a few. The official costumes were there, kids interacting with them. I brought my kids, and my God, it made their life. The memories that they made, the looks on their faces, things you can't buy with money. Nintendo truly made this a unique experience. Now back to the pickups. This was at the pickup booth at the entrance of the Nintendo Lounge, an official Splatoon 2 Final Fest Splatocalypse, and it has two keychains that have a really decent weight to them, high quality and really nice, shiny. You can tell that these were expensive keychains to make, and they were just giving them out to anybody who checked in at the Nintendo Lounge with their My Nintendo account. Here's a little placard they gave away for how to check in with those, and it gives a little step-by-step thing and a picture of them here. Pretty neat. If you can't tell, I spent a lot of time in the Nintendo Lounge over the course of the 4 days of San Diego Comic-Con. I did experience the show floor, I did experience Hall H with Marvel Studios, but most of my time was spent in the Nintendo Lounge because, like I said, they were going above and beyond for every single person that was waiting in sometimes a near 4.5 hour line to get in to play some of these games. So yeah, they had plenty of really awesome giveaways for them in there. Another one of the things I got from the Nintendo Lounge, they were trying to promote the next Marvel game, the Ultimate Alliance 3, exclusively on the Nintendo Switch right here. This is issue 1 variant edition of a comic book called The Black Order, The War Masters of Thanos. So nice sealed comic book here with the Nintendo Switch logo on the back. Not something that I'm going to be ripping into to read, but something that may be worth something in the future, and you know, it's a comic book. I can't hate on a Marvel comic book, I'll take it. And speaking of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, this is yet another keychain, an official Nintendo Switch, very heavy weighted metal, or I don't even know what this is, die-cast keychain. High quality, you can tell just by looking at the image, it's really, really nice, and they gave this away just for playtesting Ultimate Alliance 3 and seeing if you liked it or not. They just gave those away to anyone who played them along with that comic book. Another thing I got from the Nintendo Lounge was if you played 3 games and got your card stamped, I talked about this in my video about the Nintendo Lounge, you would get this Link keychain or this Luigi's Mansion 3 flashlight, really powerful flashlight. Awesome items that they gave away. A lot of people were searching for these Link Awakening keychains that were given away at E3. Super rare, apparently super valuable as well, and I can see why. It's super high quality, once again, really good attention to detail, and for the size of this thing, it is impressive how well they put it together. As far as cards that were given out, I got Magic the Gathering Core Set 2020 promo pack. This was given out at the Magic the Gathering booth. I don't play Magic, but I don't say no to free cards. Also given out from Hall H and attending the Marvel panel. You had to go into the next building over and give a ticket to get this, but it's a pack of the Space Stone, the Infinity Saga, the Soul Stone, all the stone cards in one package here. Again, really nice for collectors and something that's super unique to Comic-Con. I don't think these are going to be given out anywhere else. People on the streets handing out full magazines, Den of the Geek, Entertainment Weekly, 2 Entertainment Weeklies. These ones are for It, and they told me if you put them together, it makes the full picture of It with the people behind it, which is pretty neat. I don't necessarily subscribe to magazines anymore, but it's nice to know that some are still being made, and I especially enjoy Den of the Geek and the more traditional comic style presentation of the magazine. Now, I said at the beginning I don't think I bought anything, but that's not necessarily true. I did buy a couple of things I couldn't say no to at the Ubisoft booth. These Rabbids here were on clearance for 10 bucks each, and they are gigantic. So I got the Mario for my son and Princess Peach for my daughter, and I'm probably gonna just put them right here. When I signed up to get my pass at the entrance for Comic-Con at the beginning, they gave a lanyard for The Walking Dead, and here is my pass. They gave me a press pass because that's what I signed up for, which is interesting because this is my first year attending the con as an official member of the press, so it was kind of a big deal for me. But I was kind of feeling my way around. I didn't really necessarily know what this press badge would be able to do for me. Turns out it could do a lot of things. I could skip a lot of the long lines, get right in and record videos. I was able to get a lot of free items that weren't necessarily available to the public, and I'll be touching on that in just a little bit. But before I get there, this was when they gave me a welcome packet. I got a lanyard here for, it says 40th anniversary for Beyond. I don't know what that is, but cool, it's in a bag. Speaking of bags, they gave Comic-Con 2019 official bag. And they got Arrow from DC on the back here. So, very nice, high quality bag as they give every year. And it's something that, you know, I just keep these in a stack in my closet. But it's nice to have the official Comic-Con bags. Here's a look at the welcome manual that they give to every person that purchases or is part of Comic-Con. It's a magazine talking about the history of Comic-Con. And then goes through a lot of what Comic-Con has offered in the past. And talks about how it's changed the world, you know, fun stuff. Good reading material, especially for coffee tables. Something that, it's free, it's a gigantic book, and it's got a ton of interesting information in it. Then obviously the events guide, so you know where to go and what to look for. Of course, like me, not really using magazines, I downloaded the app and used that to find all the panels that I wanted to be attending while I was there. And then the other thing they give you when checking in is a quick guide that is a lot smaller version, but it gives a map of all of downtown and all the exhibitors, all the floor space, where everything is. So this is a much smaller guide that you could actually just hold in your hand while walking around the showroom floor to figure out where you wanted to go to next. Got a couple of pencils. These are pretty cool. In case of vampire emergency, use as stake. Okay, so that's basically all the free stuff that I got, except for the Ubisoft characters. But then I got a couple of things for being a member of the press, and this is what blew my mind, so hope you guys stuck around for this part of the video. First off, the Hangries slime making parodies. They poop slime. And I'm not joking, that is actually what these say they do. This is a Five Nights of Freddy's, or Five Nights of Farts, I should say, parody of Five Nights at Freddy's. They also had a Mario and a few other video game characters. They were launching it right now at San Diego Comic-Con, talking about it and letting people know that these were coming and will be available at stores. I talked to them a little bit and I had a little bit of an interview with them, so let me show you what they said about it right here. I'm at the Hangries truck, and these are new items that are coming to... What are they coming to?
Hangries are coming to stores near you. They're available right now on Amazon and Walmart.com for pre-order, but they'll be at Amazon, Walmart, Target, Best Buy, all a bunch of stores starting August 2nd. Multiple waves, they're fun parody collectible characters that you can make slime. You open up their mouth, you pour in the powder, texture, and a little bit of water, shake them up for a minute, and then they poop slime. They come with a reusable container, basically it doubles as a toilet to basically not only catch the slime, but keep it nice and fresh, because everyone likes fresh poop slime. Over 35 ones, including some of your favorite gaming characters like Fart Night, Five Nights of Farts, Purple Mario, Rabbit Reaper from Fortnite, Dookie Kong. We're just going to keep making them because they're lots of fun.
And the $9.95?
They're $9.99. That's the suggested retail price at all the different retailers.
Very cool.
And we're giving out the first 500 over Comic-Con, basically because we love Comic-Con. These are our people, and I've been going since 1997. So we know that this is the place to be for cool collectibles.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
And finally, this is probably the biggest pickup that I got from San Diego Comic-Con, from Sugarfina, a luxury candy boutique. And this was such a big deal that I'm actually going to make a separate video just to talk about what they gave me, because I'll be honest with you guys, this blew my mind. Here's a little sneak peek of it. Stay tuned for the video talking about Super Mario Brothers crossing with Sugarfina. Holy crap, you do not want to miss what is inside this box. And that is all I got for Pickup San Diego Comic-Con 2019. Again, most of it centered around the Nintendo Lounge. First off, Nintendo seemed to be quite a bit more generous than the showroom floor when it came to freebies, especially, I don't know, items that people would care about and actually want in their life. There was a lot of trash they were giving out at the showroom floor, like cards and just pictures of stuff, little tiny things. Nothing that really, trinkets that were important to me, maybe because they weren't centered around video games. But Nintendo, like I said, they knocked it out of the park this year. I attend Comic-Con every single year in San Diego, but this year felt different when it came to Nintendo. It felt like they didn't care about money. They didn't care about what this event was going to cost them. They were just going to go above and beyond to make sure everybody had the time of their life. So, shout out to Nintendo. Kudos to you guys. I know a lot of YouTubers, even myself at times, talk a lot of crap about you, but I gotta be real. My experience at Comic-Con truly changed my perception for what Nintendo stands for as a company, how much they truly care about the games, and the people working the booths. They weren't just generic people they hired off the streets. They were actual Nintendo employees that were shipped down to run this event. So while playing the games, I was interacting with the translators, the localizers, the game testers, the people who actually worked on these games, the people that put blood, sweat, and tears, hours upon hours into developing them. And then you got to share your excitement, your experience playing through it for the first time with them, and you could see the smile on their face and how happy they were because of how happy you were. It was an amazing experience all around. Anyways, I could talk about this for a while, and I probably will eventually. I'm going to leave the pickups video at that, but I want to say thank you so much again to Nintendo and everybody at San Diego Comic-Con for making this such a memorable and fantastic experience like it always is. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing! Smash,